Good morning. Today we're going to read about inclusiveness. In the description I said, this one is the best. And then I said, each is best. I heard that phrase from a Zen monk in Aberdeen, Washington. That's the place where Kurt Cobain is from, the lead singer of Nirvana. But he had me carve on a rock, because I like to carve rocks. He wanted a rock that said, each is best. And that has stuck with me. And I think about it, each is best for each individual person. We're coming from different places. We have many different backgrounds. My tablet always freezes like that. It gives me a second to stop and think. But I was saying, each is best because each person comes from a different background, and even one person is always changing. What was the best yesterday may not be the best today. What is the best for one person may not be the best for another. So in this way, we can think of each as best. I think about this when I explore Thay's teaching. Different things call out to me at different times. Each is best. So here is a couple pages from the pocket Thich Nhat Hanh. It's one of my favorites. Each is best. This book is useful because it covers many different topics in short sections. I like to share from it here before sitting and breathing in the morning. I really value regular practice, taking a time out for myself for mindfulness, at the same time a day, over and over. It creates a refuge. We condition ourselves. Thay talks about how it takes 3 weeks to make a habit. And once we have that habit, we naturally return to it. If the habit is a wholesome activity, then it's all good. But some of our habits are not so wholesome. So it might take 3 weeks to break an old habit and create a new habit. We got to work with what we have. And this human mind operates on habit, conditioning. So we strive from the island of self. We take self as refuge. We take Dharma as refuge. The Buddha says that in a text in the Digha Nikaya. He says, take self as your only refuge. Take Dharma as your only refuge. So if self is the only refuge, how can Dharma be the only refuge? It must be that taking self as refuge is the same as taking Dharma as refuge. We look deeply, we work with what we have here now. We explore this self, we guard the sense doors, we're striving toward continual mindfulness. With continual mindfulness, we're able to notice habits and create new habits. We abandon the unwholesome, unskillful activities and intentions we are currently engaged in, and we strive to not let them emerge again. We take up new, wholesome, skillful activities and intentions, and we strive to continue in that way. That's a formula from some early Buddhist texts that I enjoy. Okay. Done rambling, freestyle rambling. Now I'm going to read. Inclusiveness. Each of us must ask ourselves, how large is my heart? How can I help my heart grow bigger and bigger every day? The practice of inclusiveness is based on the practice of understanding, compassion, and love. When you practice looking deeply to understand suffering, the nectar of compassion will arise naturally in your heart. Maitri, loving kindness, love, karuna, compassion, can continue to grow indefinitely. So these are two of what's called the Brahma Viharas, the dwelling places of God. This love, this Maitri, is wanting other beings to thrive, be happy. It's like looking at our children. We want our children to succeed, to thrive, to be happy. And this compassion, karuna, wants to remove suffering. We see beings suffer, and we want to assist. We want to help. And we also have self-love and self-compassion. I want to thrive. I want to remove suffering. It all works together when we ourselves benefit, others around us benefit as well. This boundary between self and others is illusory. This love and compassion can continue to grow indefinitely. So thanks to the practice of looking deeply and understanding, your loving kindness and compassion grow day by day. So with mindfulness, with looking deeply, there arises understanding, prajna, wisdom. And with these, the natural result, the symptom, is an increase in love and compassion. With enough understanding and love, you can embrace and accept everything and everyone. Very often in a conflict, we feel that if those on the other side, those who oppose us or believe differently from us, ceased to exist, then we would have peace and happiness. So we may be motivated by the desire to annihilate, to destroy the other side, to remove certain people from our community or society. But looking deeply, we will see that just as we have suffered, they have also suffered. If we truly want to live in peace, safety, and security, we must create an opportunity for those on the other side to live this way as well. If we know how to allow the other side into our heart, if we have that intention, we not only suffer less right away, but we also increase our own chances of having peace and security. I think about the phrase, have compassion for the devil. It's hard, but ultimately, extending our love and compassion to the other side of whatever conflict it is, we are increasing our chances for more peace and security. When we're motivated by the intention to practice inclusiveness, it becomes very easy to ask, how can we best help you so that you can enjoy safety? Please tell us. This is very relevant today in this politically charged atmosphere. We're getting more and more polarized here. It can be difficult to see from the other side's perspective, but in the end, it will bring benefit to ourselves as well. Benefit to them. We'll find common ground. We'll be able to have more skillful conversations. We express our concern for their safety, their need to live in peace, to rebuild their country, to strengthen their society. When you are able to approach a situation of conflict in this way, it can help transform the situation very quickly. The basis for this transformation, the first thing that must happen, is the change within your own heart. Hi Ryan, Tarka Mitra. I'll read the comment when I'm done. Thank you. You open your heart to include the other side. You want to give them the opportunity to live in peace as you wish to live. Our anger, our hatred for the other side will disturb our own peace and security. With an angry mind, we don't think clearly. We suffer ourselves. It's like holding hot coals. Burns. Societies and nations that are locked in conflict need to learn the practice of inclusiveness. So, as Americans, I guess all around the world it's happening, we will benefit by learning the practice of inclusiveness. The other side can seem so outrageous, like what? Why do they think the way they think? They don't make any sense, they're all wrong. It would be best to have them annihilated. It's easy to fall into that kind of thinking, but then we're destroying our own love and compassion. We are destroying our own understanding. We aren't looking deeply. Thank you. I love your spirit. Can our side accept the fact that the other side also needs a place to live and needs the safety and stability that can guarantee a peaceful and prosperous society? We're all deserving of love, even those we strongly disagree with. If we can open our heart, we'll understand better. We'll be more capable of looking deeply and understanding. When we look deeply into the situation of those on the other side, we see that they are just like us. They also want only to have a place where they can live in safety and peace. Understanding our own suffering and our own hopes can lead to understanding the suffering and hopes of the other group. This is really interesting stuff. There is a scientist, an author named Daniel Siegel. You all might enjoy his work on mindfulness. He talks about mirror neurons. He talks about how when we watch other people, our own brains mimic the activity of the brains those we're watching. So we understand others by remaining sensitive and mindful. Because our brains are firing in the same way as those we're observing, if we know the activity of our own body-mind, we'll be able to read the activity in those we're watching more accurately. This is really interesting stuff. Daniel Siegel, S-I-E-G-A-L. Very beautiful stuff. We know that if the other side does not have peace and safety, then it will not be possible for us to have peace and safety. All beings want to live. All beings want to be happy. If we understand our own urge to live and be happy, then we'll understand the urge of other beings to live and be happy. And our love will reflect that understanding. Our understanding will reflect that love. That is the nature of interbeing. With this insight, we'll be able to open our heart and embrace the other side. Now we'll sit and let that soak in. It's echoing around in my own mind. I like this pattern of study and then practice. We work out the intellect mind a little bit. An intellect mind can be useful. Thoughts, they get a bad rap. But like all things, all things, they have both sides. A sharp sword or a sharp knife can be useful, but it can also be dangerous. The intellect is like this. So we work out our intellect mind, but we also practice deep looking so that we'll be able to use that intellect mind skillfully with love and wisdom, with understanding. So I like the practice of reading and then sitting. It's kind of a ritual for me. Thank you for joining me. Now is the time to breathe in, knowing that we're breathing in. And we breathe out, knowing that we're breathing out. We work to come really close to the direct experience of breathing in. Oh, that's interesting. I never really thought about doing it backwards. Something I just gravitate toward reading and then meditating. It's kind of like it helps solidify the reading. Breathing in, breathing out. I come close to the direct experience of breathing in. I come close to the direct experience of breathing out. However the breath appears to my attention, I breathe in. However the breath appears to my attention, I breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Curious about the direct experience of breathing in, I breathe in. Curious about the direct experience of breathing out, I breathe out. That does make sense, Susan. I see what you're saying. Breathing in, breathing out. Curious, I breathe in. Curious, I breathe out. Looking deeply, I breathe in. Looking deeply, I breathe out. Abiding happily in the present moment, I breathe in. This is a wonderful moment. Breathing in. Breathing out. In. And out. Moving beyond thoughts I directly experience breathing in. Moving beyond thoughts I directly experience breathing out. In and out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, I hear sounds all around me. Breathing out, I know they are mindfulness bells calling me home to the pure land of the present moment. Pure land, present moment. Pure land, present moment. Hi, Miri. Happy to see you here. Noticing Miri, I breathe in. Happy to see Miri, I breathe out. Directly experiencing the in-breath, I breathe in. Beyond thoughts, I directly experience breathing out. I experience the breath as body, breathing in. I experience the breath as body, breathing out. Body. Body. Belly. Nose. Spine. Shoulders. Neck. Body. Breathing in, I notice the sunlight. Breathing out, I feel happy. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And in and out. In and out. In the pure land of this present moment, I am home in this moment. Home. Present moment. At home. In the present moment. Breathing in, I directly experience the in-breath. Breathing out, I directly experience the out-breath. Breathing in, I know this present moment. Breathing out, I know it is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. Flower. Fresh. Flower. Fresh. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. Mountain. Stable. Mountain. Strong. Mountain. Stable. Mountain. Solid. Mountain. Strong. Breathing in, I see myself as indivisible space. Breathing out, I feel open. indivisible space, full of potential, space, open, space, potential, space, open, space, potential. Breathing in, I see myself as light. Breathing out, I feel bright. Light. Creative. Light. Active. Light. Reaching out. Light. Bright. Breathing in, I directly experience breathing in. Breathing out, I directly experience breathing out. In, out. I see you there, and it makes me happy. Happy to have a community that values the practice of mindfulness. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you later. I'll be looking through the comments in a bit. Feel free to leave a comment. Send me a message. I'm always happy to make friends. I'm always happy to talk about Buddhism and meditation. Bye-bye.